Terry Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. Today I want to talk to you about something that's fun and a little annoying. I was on a call with one of my coaching clients today, and we were she had a huge list of things that were just driving her nuts. She knew that she was supposed to be doing them, or that if she could get them off her plate, that it would make a huge difference to her business, but she just couldn't get herself to really work on them. And there were a couple of things going on. It's a busy time of the year for her, a lot of things going on personally. But one of the things that was super fun that I noticed when we were talking is I would say, okay, this thing, how long will it take? And you could watch her go, and you could almost see her go, oh, it's huge, it's giant, and then you could watch her kind of think, yeah, about an hour. And I think that this is a really, really normal thing that we do, is we overestimate how much time something we don't want to do will take. And I am one of the biggest, offenders of this. In fact, I have a super funny story. My office, which is kind of chaotic, like I have little birds behind me and things like that, but it's fun, it's eclectic, I'm super happy with it. It's never going to look clean to other people, but to me, it's very comfortable and very comforting. But occasionally it gets crazy, right? Like there's piles of papers. My kids clean up the house. And they put all the stuff in a pile, and then the cat knocks stuff over, and you come in and you just look at it and you're like, oh, I can't even. And so I was in between calls one day, and I had half an hour. And I thought, I should just start on this because it's probably going to take me 5 hours to get it cleaned up. But at least this way I have a little running start on it. And honestly, within that half hour time period, it was 90% done. It probably took a few minutes later. But my impression, and I was not lying to myself, I was like, oh, this is going to take hours to do. So just really watch yourself. Try to get a real, feeling for that. And what I do for this is, especially if it's something I have to do every month or every week, this was another funny one when I was doing my bills in real life rather than doing them, online, is I would be like, oh my gosh, it's bill day. And I always do my bills on the 15th. And I would be like, oh, I have to write 3 checks. And I have to pay these 3 things and, and maybe a couple other things. It's probably going to take me hours to do. And in actuality, it probably took 45 minutes once a month. But I made it take 4 hours because of all the whinging and the whining and the poning and the things that I added onto it. Now, there's another half of this that we get in trouble as entrepreneurs. And that's the underestimating how much something you love doing will take. So I love to write blog posts, and I, in all sincerity, at one point in time, thought it took me about an hour to write a blog post. So I would put in my calendar an hour to write a blog post. That was to write it, to research it, to promote it, and to do everything else because it's my favorite thing. And come to find out, it takes between 4 and 5 hours to do that, totally. By the time I, scope out some ideas, really practical, do the SEO research, write the blog post. Now, I'm writing thousands of word blog posts, not, kind of what you might be doing. But, I have to get a picture. Sometimes I get multiple pictures. And, and then once I promote it, once I publish it, then I want to promote it everywhere. I will say, oh, I have a couple hours in there to make videos, and it really takes me, by the time I render them and get them, recorded and do all that stuff, it takes a lot longer. But because it's something I love, I will put in, it'll take a couple of hours. So just watch out for that. Please, and the reason why it matters is because if you are doing your calendar and you're doing your scheduling and you have something that you're underestimating consistently, you're going to be beating yourself up because you can't get everything done when in actuality things take longer. And the other half of it is you're going to be, avoiding things that you could possibly get off your plate in a relatively short time that may have been lurking around for years. So I have a great story about this. I have been waiting. Oh, I just sold something. I have been waiting for at least a couple of years to change one of my website pages. And the reason I was doing it was because I just knew it was going to take forever. I didn't have the technology. I didn't know what I was doing. And come to find out, it took a couple of hours. It wasn't a 15-minute project, but it also was not worth waiting 2 years to actually get to. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment below. I always answer my comments. And if you like videos like this about time management or marketing, please make sure to subscribe. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.